Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are taking a look at what to expect next in the area of your career and finances. And to do this reading, these are going to be the three piles for today. For pile number 1, you have the green banded onyx in the shape of a heart. For pile number 2, you have the fire quartz in the shape of a heart. And for pile number 3, you have the green moss agate in the shape of a heart. All right. So take a look at which one of the three piles or three crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will be the pile for you here today. As I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right readings. So trust it and let it lead the way. Perhaps there are more messages in the other piles that you feel drawn to. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the banded green onyx in the shape of a heart. And today we're taking a look at what to expect next in the area of your career and finances. So your deck is now shuffled and ready. Let's get straight into it and pick up your tea leaves. All right, I feel like this is the area that is pulling me for you. So 1, 2, 3, and honestly this one is coming out, so I'm also gonna take it. Right. Woo! So we have 5 tea leaves, and let's now pick one oracle card from each of these 2 oracle decks. So what to expect next in the area of your finance and career. There we go. 1. And what to expect next in the area of your finance and career. Wow, 3. You have a lot of oracle cards right off the bat. All right, so let's check them out and see what's there for your reading today. First thing that appeared, of course, is dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Interesting. Okay. Keep it here. You have wreath, sorrow over a loss. You also have harp, great happiness. Interesting. Okay. You have, whoa, firecracker, excitement. What is going on? That's really cool. Okay. And you have frying pan, trouble, accusations. And do you notice? It's interesting that the sorrow and the trouble and the accusation are lining up right next to each other. And then the harmony with the happiness and the excitement, the great news, is also lining up next to each other, which makes me want to put your tea leaf here. There's obviously great significance in this one. All right. So you also have the wolf. That's the second time we get like dog, wolf, kind of giving me the impression of perhaps loyalty or guardianship. So the wolf and rose hip, guardianship. There's an emphasis on the dog and the wolf. You have patience. All right. Listen. And you have offer up gratitude. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up your tarot deck And I'm going to place your tarot cards this way. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wonderful. Let's see what you have, my dear pile number 1. So you have the 6 of Wands. This is wonderful. The 6 of Wands is victory and success, which shows us, it's even funny that it's here right next to the area where there is sorrow over loss and trouble and accusations. And then you have right next to them here the 6 of Wands. But look at that. This is the scenes of the 6 of Swords, which shows us that you're going to safer waters. Isn't that interesting? So now we get to understand what's going on here. You're moving to safer waters, and you're overcoming something, winning and succeeding. Beautiful. Okay, that's wonderful news. You also have the 5 of Cups, and you feel like they're dragging their 5 of Cups with them. So let's explore that further as we take a look at your reading. You have the 2 of Swords, and it looks like the scene of the 2 of Wands. Wow, you have the Tower, and you see the Hierophant hat being blown away, pushed out. It always reminds me of a dogma. You're breaking free from a dogma or a certain idea that could have perhaps been holding you back, especially that you have the 2 of Swords here. Let's find out. Or maybe something that was very harsh, rules that were placed that may or may not have been always fair, that is being taken out of the way. Let's find out. You have the Fool, and again you see the Hierophant in the Fool card. And finally you have the Ace of Swords. Wonderful. Okay, so what are we seeing here exactly in the area of your career and finances? It's interesting, with the wreath, we usually hang it on the door when there's a new season, like Christmas, for example. And so your reading here is showing that there's a new season here, definitely new season, when it comes to your career and finances. Why? It looks to me like there were a lot of difficulties in your career in the past period that you are overcoming, that you are now moving away from and succeeding over. Now, the 5 of Cups is a card of crying over spilt milk, feeling disappointed, feeling sad over things that you were not really expecting to go in the way that they have. And so it looks like you were really going through it in your career, my dear pile number 1. It was hard, perhaps super risky. You can even see it here with the 2 of Swords. You were like, first of all, I would say you were trying your best. You were, what is the expression? Blood, sweat. You were putting in blood, sweat, and tears. And despite that, it was, the efforts that you were putting in somehow were leaking. Maybe you weren't seeing the results that you were expecting. And it was a really painful period for you when it comes to your career. I think with the Tower especially, you were feeling like it was unstable. And you were under heat, under pressure. With the Frying Pan here, trouble and accusations, perhaps some of you were dealing with people who made it even harder for you. Perhaps you had to deal with managers who were expecting more from you, even though you were giving your best. Or maybe if you have your own business, it was very unstable. Maybe the market wasn't stable and you were really afraid of things burning down. Certainly a period of instability. But look at that. You have the tower here, and here we see someone in a tower, and it says, listen, offer up gratitude. So, of course, this is a strong advice telling you to be grateful, because although things are not as stable, maybe they're very scary, but it seems to me like overall you could be in a good position, and perhaps hence the threat. And your cards here are showing me that you're moving away from that energy. As we're speaking, you're now coming out of this energy, and you're going to feel very grateful about how things turn out to be in your career. I see that you're going to be very excited and happy with the results that are coming in. And see the Fool, Ace of Swords, what are the odds? In conjunction to each other, you can clearly see that there is a clear new start, a clean slate, a clean new beginning. Not that you have to start something all over again, but I mean a clearing out of the energy. And now there's some sort of leveling up, because here it's the Hierophant that's standing in the Fool card. And look at that. We said the Hierophant here is not wearing their crown. You can see it being pushed out in the Tower card here, and they're now standing without it, being offered a new crown, which really kind of makes me feel that you have a new understanding of how you want to move on in your career, or you're about to get into the energy of a different perspective of how you're going to move forward. And the reason I'm pretty sure of this is because look at your Two of Swords. One sword that is hurting, and the other sword is unexplored. Behind the back is not seen by the figure, who's even wearing a scarf on their eyes, rather being blindfolded. And so there are still, that's why it says have patience. There are still more things to happen in this area of your career. Don't think it's the end. Don't think that it's going to stay. You're going to stay being disappointed, because I see you walking with that disappointment every day, feeling like you have to maybe drag your feet. I feel like there's a sense of a loss, a little bit, not knowing what to do. But it says have patience, because obviously these things are going to change. What you feel like is in risk at the moment is guarded, and it shows that you're not going to lose that which you are afraid of losing. Maybe you're afraid of losing certain advantages. Maybe you're afraid of losing your job or business. And although things are difficult, I kind of have the idea with the dogma being pushed out here, or the idea being pushed out here, and you walking with disappointment, that, like I was saying, that although things aren't like at the moment or in the past, they're not being that easy, right? But I feel like there is here an element of walking with that, like expecting disappointment. Yes, things are difficult, but I really feel that that's not going to be the situation in your future at all. You have patience, offer up gratitude, the Fool and the Ace of Swords, where we can see, like I was saying here in this part. The Fool is now standing without the old idea in the Tower of things falling apart, that it's not going to work out, that you're going to manifest these worries and fears that you have. That's not going to happen. We see now a level up, because it's the Fool. It's the Hierophant in the Fool card. There is certainly a new beginning, and a new beginning of some sort of leveling up as well. We see the Fool holding their stick. In ancient Egypt, it's called Jed, and it represents the backbone, showing that you're going to be standing strong. Standing on your own 2 feet, holding your head up high, and feeling strong and stable in your position. And look at the row of the great happiness and excitement. You have in both cards the lotus flower. What a coincidence. You know, the lotus flower shows me that you're rising from the mud, you're blossoming, coming up next in your career, you're blossoming, and you're starting fresh and new, which is exactly what we're seeing here in your reading. You're going to get some exciting news, or you're going to feel like things are now moving in the direction that you prefer, that you like, in the way that is important for you, relieving you from the old bad energy. And like I said from the very beginning, both the wolf and the dog are an element of protection, guardianship. So what you are afraid of losing or risking or experiencing is not going to happen. You're going to be protected from that. I see here with the listen, because it looks like a tower, that you might think that you are on an unstable grounds, while in fact you really are standing on very solid, stable grounds, and you are going to be growing, moving forward. And it's beautiful how your reading is tying up together, because here you have the justice figure, again showing that things are coming into balance. I think this is the highlight of your reading. Things that were unstable, weren't going right, coming into balance, and now you're going to feel very grateful, you're going to feel very excited, you're going to feel very happy with the results that are coming from the area of your career and finances in the next phase of your life. Yeah. So have patience, my dear pile number 1. Continue to move towards clearer water. Continue to do what you feel in your heart is right. And I do see that you have a lot of experience and the keys to do that. Continue to move in the right direction. You will see that you will create a new start for yourself, and that things are changing to your favor in the direction that you wish to go towards. This is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 1, in terms of what to expect next in your career and finances. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are truly there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. It is full of techniques that help you take a look at productivity from a totally different perspective. These techniques teach you how to work smarter and not necessarily harder. And it shows you that productivity is a journey that is meant to be enjoyed and not suffered through. Otherwise, you're really going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. There's also an audiobook. You can listen to your book if you love listening to your audiobooks. I know I do. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes. That's the whole idea. So that you have the rest of the day to do what is important for you and not have to miss out on preparing and cooking for yourself some healthy and delicious food. And if you're vegan, there's a vegan version. By the way, I've partnered with a nutritionist to bring out this ebook for you. And if you're not vegan, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box, where for the rest of your life you can easily, in a couple of minutes or in a small amount of minutes, cook a delicious, hearty meal that you can enjoy and have the rest of the day to do what is important for you. And so you'll also find a link to it, as I said, down in the description box. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful fire quartz in the shape of a heart. And today we're taking a look at what to expect next in the area of your career and finances. All right, so your tarot deck is now shuffled. Let's keep it to the side. And let's pick up your tea leaves. First things first. I feel like there's a space created here. So I'm going to take these. We have 3. Okay, and I feel like this one also wants to pop out, so we'll take it. Right, so you have 4 tea leaves. And before we begin, let's quickly just pick out one oracle deck from each of these 2 oracle decks. 2 oracle cards, I mean. That's 1. And that, I feel this one. That will be 2. Okay, so let's see what you have. You have flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. You know, the fruit reminds me of a lullaby. Actually, let me hold that thought for a second. You have yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Dog, far away. It's really interesting. I mean, the first group, they got dog up close. And in the second group, you have dog far away. What are the odds? You may want to check pile number 1. A distant friend is thinking of you. And you have carrot, opportunity or windfall. Okay, let's now check out. Oh, I love this card, especially appearing in a career and finances. A reading, I'll tell you why in a second. You have the antelope and wheat with nourishment. That's wonderful. Okay, now I can see what's going on. And you have the ocean. Let me pick up your tarot deck here. So you have the ocean. And you have the apocalypse. Interesting. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, let's now pick up your tarot cards. So you have the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, right, the Star card, and you have the 9 of Wands. Look at that. Okay. So, with the apocalypse appearing right under the ocean, I feel like there is strong, powerful, almost disruptive energy arising to the surface. And I'm not telling you that to make you feel afraid at all. Just hear me out for a second, okay? So there is powerful energy coming, blowing things up to the surface. I feel like things may look on the surface that there's just this continuation, lasting continuation of how things are going. But I keep seeing for you things underneath the surface, things underneath what meets the eye. We can clearly see that you're going through it all at the moment. There's a lot of challenges in your work. There are a lot of fears, perhaps a lot of stress, a lot of things that you're going through, a lot of pains, maybe losses. Maybe you've had to endure a lot of losses in the area of your career and finances. Look, when we talk about your finances, even here with the Five of Pentacles, there is this sense of a little bit of a loss of hope. Maybe things are tight at the moment with the Five of Cups. And I feel like you're reserving your energy from feeling optimistic, because we see a figure here offering rose-colored glasses. But I feel like although you're represented as fortunate with the rabbit here, maybe there is fortune coming to you, but you do not see it. You're like giving your back towards seeing things with the rose-colored glasses, and perhaps you are actually right, because things don't look like they're going in the direction that may be favorable for you. And so on the surface, you see the eye here, you're seeing that things are continuing to be the way that they are. But I see that things are rising here. And you know how the flute, they use it to make snakes rise and dance and go up? I really see here that there is some sort of anger rising that is bringing with it a lot of power for change. You know how sometimes there is certain type of energies that may not be regarded as positive, but they do assist us in making a change, of breaking out of something. How anger, frustration, hitting rock bottom, all these things are sometimes the very catalysts that push us out of a difficult situation. That's the type of energy that I'm seeing. And I'm seeing something, you can see it here with the Nine of Wands. You bringing your power out and saying, no more, this is not going to happen to me any longer. And look, that energy is taking you so far. I'm a little bit afraid of showing you, because I'm afraid that the motivation would make you feel good. And so I heard some psychologists say sometimes when we tell people what we're about to do, we get the good feeling, the rewards. I think Huberman was talking about it. We get the reward and then we don't do it. But I don't think so. I think your power is much stronger than that. Let me only not assume and read what I see in your cards. I see that there's some strong energy, perhaps of anger, like of an apocalypse type of nature. Anger, frustration, not liking what's going on, an equal force to the force that you're facing at the moment that is about to rise. And the interesting thing, like I was about to say here, is that although there's this disruptive energy that is good coming out, I know disruptive energy is not good, but it's assisting you in that case, helping you break free from a situation. Although all this energy is chaotic, you are using that energy to handle it in a masterful way. Like, for example, you know how sometimes a mother, out of love for her children, would feel such anger and frustration because she wants to help her child but doesn't know what to do, but at the same time cannot express that anger towards the child in any way, shape, or form. And so anger arises and the mother goes, that's it, my child's not going to be in this situation any longer. If it's about eating healthy, I'm going to figure out a way to make my child eat healthy food, and thus healing from this situation. And so you'd see that mother being so angry and determined that she would, for example, start researching how to make that food appealing, how to make shapes out of the food. She'd find 1,000,001 brilliant ideas where she could channel that anger and frustration to fuel her motivation, to fuel her determination to make that child heal. And she would write stories and make up stories with the food, and that's the example that I'm getting, trying to show you the energy here. So also although there is disruptive energy coming up next in your life, that type of anger is fueling your determination, and you're using that energy to masterfully use it to take yourself out of a challenging situation where you feel stuck. Like, you're like, that's it, I'm not taking that sort of energy from my company. And now you're thinking of smart ways, stacking your paper, stacking your evidence, or preparing what to say, making a brilliant presentation. All in all, however this is going to be translated for you, I see with the Four of Wands, you are going to actually reach a new milestone with that energy. You're going to use it so tactfully, so masterfully, that it will take you out of this difficult situation. I can see in the next phase of your life, you're strong, you're powerful, and nothing is standing in your way. And look at that. It's in conjunction to the Star. The Star is a card of huge hopes and dreams being fulfilled, coming true. So you're definitely achieving and moving past that energy, achieving your goals with what's going to be happening here, and moving past this energy and getting that wish achieved. One thing I can tell you, actually two things I can tell you for sure in your reading. You're no longer going to feel stuck, not knowing what to do. That's finito. That's done from your life in terms of your career and finances. Nothing is tying you down in the way it used to any longer. That energy is not coming here to joke. And second thing I can clearly see is that you are getting a lot of benefits out of it. I would say, since this is a career and finance reading, that you are, with the carrots and the wheat, you're getting a lot of money out of it. Because the wheat, it's harvested in large amounts. And so it reminds me of great blessings, especially excess in blessings. Everyone needs wheat, from kings to people, poor, rich, everyone needs wheat. They're harvested in large amounts. So I'm seeing that not only are you taking yourself out of a difficult situation, but you're also reaping a lot of benefits, like reaping what you've sown. Yeah. And to be honest with you, with this card, Dog Far Away, I truly feel like it's an invitation to check pile number 1. This is totally my opinion, because they had Dog close up. And seeing now in your pile Dog Far Away, I kind of feel like for some of you, it's saying if you are drawn to pile number 1, you might also want to check it out and get more information with regards to a situation in your work and career. If you're not drawn to pile number 1, I totally feel in that case that the dog, it represents guardianship, as it did with pile number 1. That's the key element here. And I see that you're really being protected and guarded. If you're afraid of something, if you're feeling really sad, feeling hopeless, do know that you're protected. And very soon things are about to change in a drastic way, especially in this pile. An element of boldness that I also see in your career next, that will be one of the key elements of your success here, is that with the Knight of Cups, you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. I think you're being a bit more open and bold with saying what you want to say, or doing what speaks to you. Perhaps you were afraid of taking certain actions or saying certain things at the risk of losing something. Here I see you're letting it out. You're like, that doesn't resonate with me. I'm not happy in this situation. And I see you being more in tune with how you feel, more honest with yourself, being more open about what you want to do, and taking some sort of bold move or maybe even a bold risk. That type of energy is certainly upgrading the whole situation. You're no longer going to feel head to head with a certain challenge, like it's challenging you and you have to respond back. You're leveling up from that energy. You're above it now. That phase of disappointment, lack, and going through energy that is especially emotionally draining every day, that energy is out of your life. You're about to push that out of your life, and you are going to be getting great results, especially finances, with these next bold moves. As you speak to what you really feel, to yourself, speak to how you feel. Be true to yourself is the word I'm looking, as the expression I'm looking for. As you are more aligned and in tune to what feels right, it seems, you will be up-leveling, upgrading this energy. You know, speaking up about it, doing something about it. Just like the mother, that's it. That's not going to happen in my life anymore. And you're taking action, strong action, with regards to this situation. That energy is taking you very far. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading of career and finances. So many changes coming up in what seems to be unchanging at the moment. There's so much to come here for you. And my dear pile number 2, if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. I'm sure the productivity handbook will really help you and guide you with a lot of techniques that will help you become a productive person in a smart way, and not necessarily by working extra hard and burdening yourself. It's really learning about how to work smart, not hard. It's about enjoying the journey, otherwise you're going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, this book is not just going to motivate you, it's going to teach you how to keep that mindset of achieving your dreams every single day of your life, all while enjoying this process. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist to bring out this ebook for you. This way, you'll be able to cook your own food, whether you're a good cook or not, in a matter of minutes. Enjoy healthy, delicious meals, and then have the rest of the day, like I mentioned, to do what is important for you. If you are vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out as well, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, thank you again for tuning in. Wishing you the best of luck. Things are going to change inside out for you. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the green moss agate in the shape of a heart. And as you know, today we're taking a look at what to expect next in the area of your career and finances. All right, so I believe your tarot deck is now shuffled. Let's get straight into your reading. First, we will be picking up your tea leaves. I really feel these. How many do we have here? 4. Okay. Whoa. All right. And let's pick out one card from each of these oracle decks. So what can pile number 3 please expect next in the area of their career and finances, please? All right. I also feel this one. So let's see what you have. My dear pile number 1, you have needle and thread there. with a sincere wish will be granted. You have Quill, get back to the basics. You have career, funny how we're talking about career and you get a career card, final, okay. And you have dragon, beware of self-delusion. All right. There we go. Let's put one of these circular cards down there. You have the siren, interesting, okay. Is something calling you? Do you have like an idea that is pulling you towards something? I don't know, let's first see. You have the shadow, okay. Quite interesting. I think this is going to be a very interesting reading. All right. You have the bee and pomegranate. Sorry. There we go. And you have the owl and hop with wisdom. All right. Let's now pick up your tarot cards. You have the Muse of Emotions. That is the King of Cups. Okay, interesting. You have, whoa, the Two of Inspiration. That's the Two of Wands. The Strength card. You have the Fool. The Two of Pentacles. I feel like there's definitely space for one more card. There are actually two. You know what we can do? We're going to take these like that. And we'll place the last two here. Okay, so let's see what they are. I believe that's the way it's meant to be. Right, the way it's meant to be read. Interesting. The cards are guiding us on where they want to be placed. Okay, so you have the 10 of Inspiration. That's the 10 of Wands. And you have the 4 of Emotions, which is the 4 of Cups. Initially, when I just looked at this card very quickly, this tree reminded me of some veins, especially with all of the red. It's like some blood is going to be pumped into an area that was nearly dead with the desert here. There's some nourishment in a new area. But let's first take a look at the overall reading and what is it and what it's saying. So, the good news first. With regards to your career, you've had a specific wish that I believe you're working towards. I really see here that there is a wish coming true in that area of your life, in this next phase of your life. It's finally happening, or it's finally coming true. Because with the 4 of Cups, it seems like you have been waiting for that wish in your career for quite some time. You've waited a very long time. Now, the word delusion, ever since it came out in your reading, has been playing in my mind. I'm not sure yet what your reading is saying, but it's certainly standing out. Perhaps why you have the owl here. Dealing with something wisely. To me, you seem to have a lot of power, either in your work or a lot of power in your skills or in your knowledge. You see the Strength card here, and you see, of course, the dragon. And obviously, you're unique, you have strong information, you certainly stand out and you know it. You know you're good at something. or you know that you are very powerful, or both. And so here I see a reading telling you to tread carefully, because as you're making your dreams come true, you don't want to overestimate that blessing that you have, that strong blessing that you have. Because although it's true and it's there genuinely aiding you and helping you to reach your goals and your dream, overdoing it, and that's why you have the shadow here, overdoing it may lead to some sort of risk. The way I'm translating this energy is like, you know that you are very important to your company, you know that they can't let go of you, for example, and the reading is telling you don't let it get you without meaning to. Like, don't say, don't like stop at every little thing and say, no, I want it this way, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna leave. And while it's your complete right, but perhaps like choose your battles, or express everything that you want in a more balanced way, perhaps. At the end of the day, I just want to take this energy out of the way because your reading is amazing. I'm seeing the advice of, yes, of course, expressing or doing what is important for you. You're a strong personality, a strong character. You know what you want and you only get what you want. Good for you. Continue to do that. But just be careful how you express it, it seems. With the siren, you know, the siren is what leads the sailors to come to her. So I'm more getting the idea of using your power in a subtle way, or using expressing what you want and getting it, but more in a way where it's the others that feel like they are asking you to do it, you know. And I feel like there needs to be a bit of thought on how to navigate through that wisely. I don't know why this is appearing in your reading, but you can clearly see here with the Strength card and the Two of Pentacles, manage that energy wisely and in a balanced way. My dear pile number 3, there are a lot of things coming up for you, and you will feel day after day as you're doing this reading that every step you're taking, you are moving closer every day to a big wish that you have, or to your goals. And that's so beautiful to see in today's reading. All the best of luck with that. Continue to do what you're supposed to do. Obviously, you're a hard worker and you're going far. So yeah, with get back to basics, continue to do what you're doing. Don't you know, for some of you, this could be, I've like done so much, I don't need to continue working hard. That's another element. No, your reading is obviously showing continue to do what you're doing. Stay humble, because very soon with the 10 of Wands, that energy of you putting in every single day is about to give you results that are more than you are expecting. Especially with the pomegranate, it reminds me of Persephone. So there is so much coming from the underground, or so much from the unseen world that is rising to the top. And so you're getting the fruits of the labor, of the hard labor that you put in. So all the best of luck with that. You've been working very hard, my dear pile number 3. And obviously you know it. You know your power. And see, Two of Wands, look at the Strength card. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. And both, if they have something in common, it's about managing something, managing your energy, managing your power, managing your navigation, especially in this coming period. Because it's either going to go super bright, or you might, without meaning to, get into challenges before you get into the light again. So be careful with that energy. Your energy is so strong. Keep it consistent and keep it calm. Interesting. And that's why you have the King of Cups. The kings are balanced energy. So we keep seeing that energy throughout your reading. The Fool card here is showing us that you're going to be rising to a new level of success. You're going to feel like a new beginning with the Fool card. Now, new beginning in both aspects, where you are leveling up because you have the staircase, the stairs. So you're definitely rising and leveling up. But also, there seems to be a new journey that you're embarking on with regards to your career. It could be you experiencing your career in a different way now that you're getting the fruits of your labor. It could be that coming up in your career, you're doing something new that you know is going to be amazing. You have a vision for it, and it's going to, like, the sky's your limit, because we see a telescope here. So yeah, you're rising, you're going to the top, you're getting your wishes coming true. It's an exciting time for you, my dear pile number 3. And the advice, as I mentioned, keep your balance at this point until you move to the other side. And the element of something rising from the bottom that you're not seeing is even apparent here. You see the 4 of Cups. It has 2 big figures under the water. So again, I get this impression that there's big energy rising that you are not aware of at the moment. There are big things coming for you, and with the blood is pumping in new areas, areas in your life that felt lifeless, dead. I feel like, especially in these dead areas, this is where you had the most concerns with the 4 of Cups. There's new blood being pumped into these areas. With the quill, I feel some of you could be writers. I know this is too specific, but I like to pinpoint things when I see them. Some of you could be fashion designers. But in all cases, no matter what your field is, you are at a point of your life where you are changing the course of your life, making a difference. And you're the one writing your destiny at the moment with regards to your career, and you're moving in a very positive direction, and your power is increasing. Yeah, and if you navigate this time in a smart, calm way, using your power wisely, with the Siren, I think things are going to be drawn to you. Like wealth is going to be drawn to you. Demand is going to be drawn to you. It could be like, if you're a writer, readers are going to be drawn to you. Success is going to be drawn to you. Yes, it's like there's this energy of things being drawn to you. But you have to wisely attract it towards you and not force it towards you. How? Get back to basics. Focus on the important things and drop what's not important at the moment. And just like poetry, see how you can grasp other people's hearts to attract them to your new energy, or that direction that you're aspiring towards. And the reason you have the Siren is because you have that capability. See, with the King of Cups, the Muse of Emotions, it looks like people are going to consume that energy happily. Let me adjust that so you can see it. There we go. They're going to consume that energy and enjoy it. They're going to love what you have to offer, or they're going to love your argument. They're going to love what you have to say. It's drawing towards you what you want in a smart, beautiful way, rather than doing it with maybe anger or using your power. Oh, It's a time of hard work, gentleness, and balance. It's a time of your life, like you can see, my dear pal number 3, where you're rising to the top. You're achieving your dreams, and you're experiencing a lot of power. So all the best of luck with that, my dear pal number 3. Truly loved your reading. I wish you the best. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 ebooks. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. It teaches you not to depend on motivation, because really motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, but it's full of techniques that help you work smarter and not harder, that teaches you how to approach productivity in an enjoyable way, because as I always say, it's a journey that you're meant to enjoy and not a journey that you're meant to suffer through. Otherwise, you're going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook, which has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes. That's the whole idea, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I was very passionate about this idea to help you out in this area of your life, that I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in. So happy I got to do this project for you guys. And if you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll also find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pal number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you the best. It looks like the next coming phase of your life with your career is looking amazing. I wish you the best of luck with that, my dear pal number 3, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.